It's barbecue question time. Should Weber buy slow and sear grills? I'm Johnny. You're watching A View to a Grill, and I'm thinking Weber really wants to be your one-stop shop for all of your grilling needs. And you can easily see that by all the products they offer. Now, Slow and Sear is coming out with their own line of products, the newest being the Master Kettle Grill. When Slow and Sear launched their first SnS kettle, it immediately started receiving awards, including the Best New Product of 2020. So where do the products of Weber and SnS Grill line up? It's easy to see where Slow and Sear got their inspiration through the 22-inch kettle. Their portable kettles kind of went a different direction with the Kamado and then the Master Kettle. Here is some full disclosure. I do receive products from both Slow and Sear and Weber. Weber has sent me their Searwood 600, a cover, a rotisserie, and a bag of pellets. Anything else you see on my channel dealing with Weber, I've purchased with my own money. Slow and Sear has sent me their 22-inch kettle, their portable kettle, and their newest set of kettle baskets. Anything else you see on my channel, such as the Slow and Sear baskets, I have purchased myself. I want to dispel a myth about Slow and Sear. The myth is that Slow and Sear kettle is a cheap knockoff of Weber, and that is false. If you say that about Slow and Sear, then you have to say that about every other kettle on the market, in my opinion. In my experience, I've had no issue with the quality of Slow and Sear products. Now, let's talk a little bit about revenue from each company. For a time, Weber was a publicly traded company, and it is reported by this source that they had $1.47 billion in revenue. And some of you may know that Weber is now a private company. Slow and Sear, however, is a private company and always has been, so they don't have to report their earnings. However, according to Zoom Info, they have sales of less than $5 million annually. Now, if we do some quick math and figure out what percentage of sales Slow and Sear has against Weber, you can see that the result is less than 0.5%. Comparatively speaking, Slow and Sear is a tiny company compared to Weber. So I have to ask myself, what would Weber actually get as far as functioning differences? I'm not talking about nuanced differences such as the vent, because they both work the same way. I'm talking about functioning differences that Slow and Sear came up with that Weber simply does not have at this time. And in my opinion, the functioning differences start with the probe hole, the smoke hole, a grate level thermometer, and a spin grate. Those are actually things you can't find from Weber. Now, I have a couple of questions I want to ask you to get this barbecue discussion going. But first, if you don't know, I have an Instagram page. If you don't mind going over to Instagram, giving me a follow at View to a Grill, I would appreciate it a lot. My first question from a business standpoint, if you were Weber, would you try to buy Slow and Sear grills? And if you would, knowing the sales volume, how much should Weber offer Slow and Sear grills? And then on the other hand, if you were Slow and Sear, would you sell? And then if you would sell, how much would it take for you to sell? Now, hopefully you find this conversation interesting and comment below. Now, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, go ahead. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching A View to a Grill. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, y'all.